Hey everybody, we're back. It's April. Man, did March fly by. Well, I'm making this video to give you an update on how March went real estate wise and then what I predict for April. So March, what did we see? If you are a buyer, being on the seller side, I get to see what type of offers come in. And on average, if you're a buyer, I was seeing offers come in anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 above the asking price. And that was like on average opening weekend. Keep in mind, this is if the property is priced right and if the property shows well. And so, if those two things happen, in order to be competitive, we saw buyers coming in $15,000 to $25,000 higher. Also, keep in mind, this is relative to the purchase price. That's what I saw around the $700 to $850 price point. In the $1 million price point, people were coming in even higher, $35,000 to $60,000 above the asking price. So you have to ask yourself as a buyer, what price point are you in? Sellers. So we saw property selling opening weekend if they're priced right and they look great. And so market is still strong for sellers. Buyers, it is competitive, but still get in. Now, what do I expect for April? A lot of big changes are happening. I'm sure you've heard about the NAR settlement. I'll make a separate video getting into the details of that. But basically, for buyers looking to buy, sellers thinking about selling, the biggest change is that when sellers are selling a property on the multiple listing service, there's no longer going to be a field for what the buyer's agent's commission is going to be. Now, as a seller, keep in mind, the commission was always negotiable, what you can offer the buyer if they were to bring you a buyer. That's always been negotiable. So what it was in the past, you'd talk about it with your listing agent, whatever you agreed upon to offer the buyer's agent, it was put into a field and the buyer's agent knew what that percentage was they were getting before they showed the property. Now with the big lawsuit, that field is now removed. So technically what's going to happen now is buyer's agents just have to call the seller's agent before they show a property and say, hey, what's the commission if we bring you a buyer? Some sellers will say 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever it is, but now it's a verbal exchange. So, one thing to keep in mind is that if you're a seller and you're not offering any commission and you're telling the buyer, hey, you must pay for the buyer's commission, they are going to factor that into their offer. They may come in a little bit lower because now they have less money to put down. And also too, for the buyers that don't have the money to pay their agent directly, they may not even choose to show the property at all. The buyers may choose not to show it because that's not even an option. So that's in a super short, what the big changes were. But, the thing I want you to know is that for the people that are looking to buy that don't have the money to pay that commission, they're going to be trying to get in and buy properties before this takes effect in July of this year. So I do expect more buyers to jump into the market. I do see more sellers also selling their properties to get in front of that as well. So, April, I don't expect too many big changes, but, in short, the real estate market is still strong here in San Diego. If you price your house right and it's in great condition, it should sell opening weekend and above asking price. Buyers, come in, be competitive. Now's not the time to play the low ball game. Get in. We still do expect prices to go up in April. We still expect days on market to be low. If the house is great, it's going to sell opening weekend. So don't play around with that, especially with July right around the corner. We'll see how that changes the real estate market. So hope this video was valuable for you. I wish you all a happy April. Again, reach out to me if you have any questions, concerns. I'm here to answer them all and be there for you. Thanks again for your time.